The mayor was making this big surprise announcement, and it turned out that the world's largest Bitcoin mine was going to be built here. People were immediately like, this is terrible, they're going to make a bunch of noise, they're going to use a bunch of water. Our grid had already crashed and killed 200 to 700 people. During the end of the announcement, there was a Q&A session, and someone even asked, why did you come to Navarro County, Corsicana? And he said, you have two very important resources. You have the Navarro switch, which is this big electrical infrastructure that they bought property next to, and you have water. So he literally told us he was coming to exploit our resources.
In the summer of 23, it's getting hot in Texas. It's 105 degrees with a 99% humidity. It's stifling. So the power plant explodes valves all night long, and I mean 8 hours. The dogs are upset, I'm upset. My windows are shaking, my floors are shaking, my house is shaking. And so I call the sheriff's department and tell them I'm scared. The power plant is going to explode. I am truly, truly scared. So they have somebody call me back and say, they're just testing. I'm like, no, you're not going to do a test at 1 o'clock in the morning. That night, it woke neighbors up, shook their walls, windows, doors, woke the children up that were sleeping, scared the dog, scared a little old lady, scared her husband who's dying in their bedroom from cancer. No family should have to go through that in the middle of the night.
They're not good neighbors at all. When they put this thing in here in 1922 and started all that racket.
2022.
Yeah, 2022. My chickens stopped laying and my chickens started dying. At one time I had 50 doves out here, and I'm lucky now to have 12. And when they're running, all my deer leave. All the fox are left.
We don't even have snakes.
This thing was, at some days, was so loud, it just vibrated all through my house. Outside, you couldn't drink a cup of coffee in the morning without hearing it. It just overrode anything else.
My house has no value. None of my neighbors' homes have value. You can't sell a home in this area.
So many of these people don't have any options. They've got nowhere else to go.
But they're wanting to put 8 more turbines out there. 8 more. And forget the noise and the light and all that, but the pollution.
So the air pollution here and the ozone here in Granbury is doubled of what it was 2 years ago. So they identified the primary pollutant as Constellation Energy, these 2 power plants here. What are they doing about it? Nothing.
I'm a conservative, so I did vote for Trump, but I'm not happy at all with how they're doing with the Bitcoin.
Last year, I promised to make America the Bitcoin superpower of the world and the crypto capital of the planet, and we're taking historic action to deliver on that promise, as you know, around the table. I also want to express my strong support for the efforts of lawmakers in Congress as they work on bills to provide regulatory certainty for dollar-backed stablecoins and the digital assets.
So in May of 2024, when they flipped on the switch and turned 8,000 machines on, in reality, it's like putting 28,000 new homes on the grid, and that is more power than all of the houses combined in Navarro County. So at no point in any way, shape, or form is Bitcoin mining creating energy. It is a consuming energy. And because of the algorithm, because of the difficulty and the halving, they are literally increasing it exponentially. They get property tax abatements, about a $6 million tax break here in Navarro County that just recently happened at the end of last year on one of their biggest bills, electricity, under the guise of being a data center.
Bitcoin miners like Riot make huge financial commitments into energy grids, into energy markets. Because we made that commitment, we own a block of power that we can then make available back to the grid when market conditions when market conditions call for, and when power is constrained and spot prices are spiking up very high. It equates to an equivalent Bitcoin price mined of very much higher than where it's at now.
Do you sell that power back at a profit?
yes, with the block of power that we have secured, we can shut down, and we will sell that power back at a profit, at a margin much higher, at a price much higher than what we're securing it for, provided that price is higher than what we would get from otherwise mining Bitcoin.
But now Texas wants to be the crypto center of the world. Bring it on in, harm the community, who cares? There's absolutely no regulation in that.
They are literally building new, dirty fossil fuel plants here in Texas to satiate the demand of crypto mining. In the era of climate collapse and the sixth mass extinction event, we should be really discerning about how we're burning fossil fuels. We should be trying to lessen our dependency on oil, and instead this is guaranteeing that we will never make the transition to renewables.
It's 4:30 in the morning. The wall directly across from me at Marathon Digital is almost complete. And do you hear this god-awful noise coming right over the top of it? Yes, you do. We don't sleep. We have stress. We wake up at all hours of the night. You wake up the next morning and you're so dizzy and nauseated and have such vertigo that you could barely stand up and function. Almost everybody in the area has hearing loss. Cardiovascular disease is picked up, dizziness, nausea, vertigo, GI problems.
July of last year, I had a pulmonary embolism, and I nearly died. It's just a horrible environment to recover from anything. It upsets my dog. We give him gabapentin to try to calm him down at times because of this. He picks up on it. He was a nervous wreck yesterday. It's an intrusion. You lay in bed, you hear it. You wake up, you hear it. It's unhealthy.
Would you please help us by doing some things in the city?
There are people that will tell you that they did not have hearing problems before the Bitcoin mine moved in, and now they're in hearing aids. One family, the mother and 2 children, now are in cochlear implants because they have completely lost their hearing. Because of her work, she has had an annual physical, head to toe kind of physical every single year, never had a problem. Bitcoin moved in, now she's deaf.
Ammunition to push back against these people that are not Texans. None of them are Texans. Some of them aren't even Americans coming into our area.
When I can't have peace of mind 7 days a week, there's something wrong with that. If I'm on my property, I shouldn't be bothered by someone else's business because I'm not going to bother them with my business.
One thing I have to say, they're helping my prayer life, because I have to pray not to really hate sometimes, but it is what it is.